Welcome to page 9, where we'll be going beyond the headlines to bring you the story behind the story. When graduate student Autumn Alston ran up a $4,500 debt with the university, she turned to the internet, where she set up a crowdfunding page to raise the necessary funds to pay back GW. Hatchet News editor Mary Ellen McIntire has the story for us. So, Mel, really interesting. She's turning to a crowdfunding page to raise the funds to pay back her debt. Is this something that we're going to be seeing, people financing their university education through crowdfunding sites?
You know, Jeremy, it's becoming a little bit more common, but it's still not very common. It's not the most effective way of raising funds. A lot of experts said that, while more people are hearing about people doing this and more students are looking to the internet and to a crowdfunding site like GoFundMe, like Autumn is doing, you're starting to hear about it a little bit more, but it's still not as common as applying for scholarships and applying for federal loans and looking for other ways that you can fund that education costs.
Right, but it has worked so far for her. She's gotten like over $600 she's raised so far. One of them was a big donation, right?
Yeah, so she launched the page last week. She's looking to raise about $5,000 is what she said as her goal, and so far she's raised $620. $500 came from an anonymous donor who Alston, when I spoke to her, said she never met, but she sent her a really encouraging message, encouraging her to go after her dreams of going into political management. And Alston said that she didn't expect that at all, of course. Typically you don't expect strangers to give you massive amounts of money, but that's really been the force behind her campaign so far.
Yeah, and these crowdfunding sites have become so popular these days that it'll be interesting to see if it translates to funding your college education. But where did you actually find this story? How did you connect with this student?
So we actually found her story on Twitter. She had posted, she's promoting her campaign through social media, primarily on Facebook and Twitter. So we had searched about GW to see what people were saying about GW on Twitter last week, and we came across her page. I reached out to her to see if she'd be interested in speaking with us, and she was excited to do so.
So, Mel, I know that you talked to a lot of experts for this story. So how can you be successful? How can you pay back university debt? How can you fund a college education by using a crowdfunding website?
So while this isn't exactly a common way quite yet of paying for tuition, one way to be successful is for your story, for your page to go viral, to get past your own network of Facebook friends and Twitter followers and kind of get out into the general thing that you're reaching people that you don't know or have any interaction with typically. One way of being successful in doing that, through a lot of the research that I've seen, is that students, who have gone through tragedies, tragic situations, really have a compelling story that speaks to a lot of people that makes them want to share it with their network so that it gets out there.
Right.
Is one way of really being successful.
So it's all about really connecting with those people and getting empathy, I guess, from other people.
Yeah, it's a lot of, personal connections and having that really human touch to show why this might be something that people want to donate to. I think typically people are more likely to donate something that really resonates with them, and sometimes, having a really compelling story does that.
Right. Cool. Well, we'll be really interested to see if this becomes like a new trend. Maybe it's the new wave, not scholarships, but going straight to crowdfunding websites. Thank you so much, Mel, for the story. And thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next week.